Welcome. This is Brenda Lainoff of brendalainoff.com, Facebook groups, Healing Healers Health and Business, Healing Healers Pathogenics. So I've been really guided to look as to microisms, and they are a real issue. So plastic, particularly microplastics, they are increasingly being found in our human bodies. When I was looking at it, microplastics, and they're said to be about 5 millimeters in size. They can originate from various sources. And we can get it in larger plastic items or synthetic fibers in clothing and even personal care products. So there's various ways that we can have these microplastics enter our body. We can inhale it from the air. And I guess especially in urban areas where plastic pollution is higher. So these tiny plastic particles can be transported by wind and settle in distant areas, including oceans. We can ingest them through consumption of contaminated food and water, and seafood in particular as a common source, as they have been found in fish and shellfish. We can have these absorbed in our system through skin contact. So it could be from, again, plastic particles found in exfoliating scrubs, toothpaste, some makeup items such as foundation and eyeshadow. And they do not break down easily in the environment. So they affect us in so many ways. And the ways that they can affect us is that we can get inflammation. They cause inflammation when they accumulate, and they do create tissue damage. They can disrupt our hormones with chemicals like BBA. They can be carried through like heavy metal, obviously harmful to the body. And what is also upsetting with this is that they can trigger an immune response. So when they are recognized as a foreign particle by immune system, and because they're not biodegradable, this can lead to the breakdown of our immune system. Chronic inflammation, various health issues like cardiovascular, autoimmune disorders, and cancer. So it's interesting. The reason I even got onto this topic is because when I was living in Mexico, there was a lady who I lived in our apartment building, and we had a very nice talk at the very top terrace. And she said, "Oh, I'm a marine biologist." And she was from Mexico City studying the plastics in the ocean. It was also very interesting that she said she's not funded by any major corporations. She was on a shoestring budget. But it was so important to her to do the study, to do the research. And there was a research facility in Mazatlan where I was living at. So that really brought it to my attention, and then just not clear on, I don't know, do you go out in the ocean? Is it okay? Like knowing about heavy metals prior to even arriving in Mexico and as to all the things that can occur, I was actually very interested in tackling this subject. So just through my research, coming up with all of these things. So we're going to go through a process. And before I do that, just want you to know that I'm going to be bringing in all of the different modalities and healing work through, 20, 25 years or whatever, and sort of accumulate that into the call today. So firstly, it's important we need to get you strong for this to take place. So we're going to strengthen higher existing God to higher source to souls, souls to soul, soul to mind, mind to brain, brain to spinal cord to body, body to organ systems to organs, organs to tissues, tissues to cells, cells to subcellular, subcellular to molecular, molecular to atomic, atomic to subatomic, subatomic to nuclear, nuclear to subnuclear, subnuclear to quantum field, and quantum field to matter to energy. So let's just do that now. So for all of these clearings, we're asking that for the physical and energetic to be at 20 million hertz. Now we're going to be going through a process one by one. So we're asking Creator to clear. And we're asking Creator to clear all toxins, all dental toxins, biological poisons, including poisonous plants, microbial poison, venom. And we're asking for these to be cleared throughout all of the systems in place. So we're asking these to be cleared out with ease and grace. All of the electromagnetic radiation. So when I say that includes dirty electricity, electrical field, X-rays, magnetic field, radio frequencies, such as cell phones, heart, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, smart meters, devices. So God knows, Creator knows exactly where you're holding this within your system. Perhaps it's in your brain. So scanning is scanning. Oh, there is some toxicity over in the throat area or lung. Like it knows exactly where to go to. It's scanning is scanning. We're asking Creator God to clearing out all food toxins, flavor enhancers, processing agent, sweetener, preservatives, GMO foods, food coloring, nutritional additives. We're asking to please clear out all drugs, any negative side effects from drugs, all pharmaceutical medication toxicity, vaccination toxins such as aluminum, formaldehyde, and mercury, over-the-counter medications like toxins from painkillers, tranquilizers, sleeping pills, antibiotics, antidepressants, cardiovascular drugs throughout your lifetime. Again, we're looking to clear all physical and energetic toxins. We're asking to please clear out all depressants, all stimulants such as caffeine, nicotine, again, from any time or point in your life. We're asking to clear out all heavy metals, mercury, lead, arsenic, cadmium, aluminum, and all other unidentified heavy metals. We're asking to please clear out free radicals at a cellular level. We're asking to please clear out all excess nutritional supplements. Sometimes we can take in too many supplements and that can be detrimental. We're asking to please clear out all stress hormones, adrenaline, cortisol, all energetic and physical. We're asking to please clear out all metabolic waste our bodies cannot use. When we do this, we want this to be done with ease and grace, moving through the system. We're asking to please clear out all environmental, cosmetic, cleaning products, pollution, building material, carpet and furnishing, agricultural, herbicides, fungicides, all these agricultural issues from any point or time in your life. So we're asking to clear out all stagnation, blockage, congestion, confusion, inflammation, infection, infestation throughout all of the fluids, vessels, nodes, duct center, liver, kidney, urinary bladder, large intestine, sweat glands, salivary glands, lungs. And we're having you hold space for all of the clearings as you're the healers. And as we do that, we're asking to clear out for on your mother's side and your father's side. It's generational. And with intention, bring in maybe your family members to be included in the process. And it's scanning and scanning and clearing and clearing. Dissolving. You may feel sensations in your head. Working its way down. Just notice where you may feel some energy moving, where you've been guided, where you've been holding that toxicity level. So we're going to go to another portion here. And this time we're going to be looking to support you. How can we support you? So what we're going to be doing is looking firstly to increase your alkalinity. So we're asking God to please raise your pH. We're asking to regenerate all fluids and increase their pH. We're asking God to regenerate all tissues and increase their pH. We're asking to strengthen the lymphatic system. So the connection to the central nervous system and to all structures within itself. Strengthen for regeneration of the lymphatic system. We're asking to strengthen the mitochondria now. So the metabolism of the cells, this is doing that now. Trillions of cells. We're asking to strengthen the nervous system. Your neurofibers, neurotransmitters, neuroreceptors, neurojunctions, neurochemicals, myelin sheath, integrity, and regeneration. Let's do that now. We're asking to strengthen your circulatory system, all capillaries, veins, arteries, and heart. We're asking to strengthen the HGH. We want to strengthen this for production, transportation, distribution, and utilization. So 100%. I'm going to strengthen the pituitary gland to be strong and functioning in all directions. I'm going to strengthen the cytoplasma and the regeneration of cytoplasma. So that's the gel inside the cells, strengthening. I want to strengthen the Golgi body apparatus and the regeneration of the Golgi body apparatus. So, like the filter, strengthen the cellular nuclei and regeneration of cellular nuclei. And we want to strengthen for optimal levels of nitrogen because there's less nitrogen in the soil. So let's strengthening for that. And we're asking Creator to please create a new divine blueprint. A new divine blueprint for your organs, glands, DNA, stem cells, nervous system, neurons, etc. And we're asking to please retrieve, install, integrate, and assign it as a master blueprint. And the next part of this is some downloads, and we're asking to do some downloads now. So I am now looking at all the foods, and we're asking God, anywhere that you are lacking certain foods in your system, God knows what those are. We're asking to do that now. It could be something like zucchini, or maybe yams, or maybe you need some nuts and seeds. God knows what you require. Just downloading that now. Next, we're going to go look as to herbs. Maybe there's certain herbs that your body is deficient in. So we're just going to be asking God to download all of the herbs that would be beneficial for you now. Maybe it's a yucca root. Maybe it's a dandelion root. Maybe it's a lavender leaf. So let's just go through, and God knows what herbs that you're deficient in, that your cells are saying, yes, please. We're supporting your cells. Next, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be asking to God if there's any deficiencies of vitamins and minerals. We're asking, please, to scan through. And perhaps you need some asparagopsis, maybe some sulfur, maybe some iodine or zinc. So just downloading now anywhere you're deficient of any of these vitamins and minerals now. Lastly, let's look as to the hormones. So we're asking God anywhere where you're deficient in any and all hormones. Maybe it's melatonin. Maybe you need progesterone. Maybe it's GABA. God knows what those are. So we're asking to please download this at a cellular level. And we want the communication of the trillions of cells. They're now happy and communicating with one another. And they're supporting one another. If there's a particular cell that's deficient, it's like, I'm going to support you. Here you go. Everyone is communicating and happy. They're communicating with the nervous system, and a direct relationship from the nervous system to God, God to the nervous system out to this at a cellular level, right down to that matter to energy. Everyone is happy and communicating. All of the hormones your body requires. And these may vary from day to day. And just knowing by listening to this recording, you will receive exactly what you require to support yourself, as this is a live recording. So I'm going to suggest you can come back to this at any time. And should you muscle test, you can then test, where am I at? What's my levels? And use it accordingly. And feel free to broadcast this out to any, family members or friends.